As I look to the horizon, not a cloud, but then storming winds go too cold. Seems like it crept up out of nowhere, all around you is not what you foretold. You never see it coming. You see that my mind is too fast for eyes. You're done, but the time is hit you, you're not surprised.
When you think of the great conquerors of the world, Alexander the Great, Genghis Khan, Ivan the Terrible, just to name a few, Julius Caesar, and there's way more than that, actually. I'm just going to name the generic ones that everybody knows about. You have to understand that most of those men, if not all of those men, started off as warriors first, and then became conquerors, and then became kings. So when a man labels himself king, you want to wonder, or it makes you wonder, where did he come from to earn that title? When we think of DSP, the king of hate, he christened himself that because he felt that he was above all else. As a king, he rules over a domain. He has subjects. He has servants. He has a vast land that's much larger than himself. In most cases, much larger than any man or woman could ever govern on their own. With that being said, what happens when a king, great or not, comes up against a conqueror? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Goutopia, and welcome to what I like to call the Gout Coliseum, for what might shape up to be one of the more exciting aspects of the Dragon Ball, the Tractor Ball Fighter Z or the Tractor Ball Super saga yet. It's been a very interesting year. We're only in March, early part of March, and we've seen a lot of nonsense. But this right here might actually be even more entertaining, depending on how far it goes. Let me explain for some of you who haven't been keeping up with recent events. DSP recently got into a game called VR Chat. And in this VR chat, he ran into a room and he was pretty much clueless. He didn't take a look around and see where he was at. And basically, a child ran up on him and said, "Could you please go to the waiting room?" And Phil, being empty-headed and wanting to be told where everything's at instead of taking a moment just to look around, basically is like, where is that room? And the young lady said, she was only 11, I believe, said that it's right behind you, idiot. Something that probably most people would say, or would have said, certainly have had a quick quiff for him, because they would have been annoyed that he didn't take a moment to actually check his surroundings. Situational awareness, as most people would call it. Phil goes into a small tantrum about, "Wow, you're rude." This child says, "I'm 11. Deal with it." Phil goes to the little portal and whatnot. Makes another comment about the fact that this 11-year-old has a gaming PC, because Lord knows it's a shame that some child has something that Phil never had. You know, Phil's kind of that bitter old man who's basically like, "Oh, well, back in my day, we didn't have all those things. You lucky little brats. We had to walk 10 miles in snow," or whatever nonsense Phil would usually say. So, either way, the child got what they wanted, saying, "Please go into the waiting room." Phil goes in, and then starts going into this amazing little rant about, "Oh, that little 11-year-old bitch, I'd smack the shit out of her. I'd give her the pimp smack and whatnot if she was right in front of me." Now, I want you to think about that, ladies and gentlemen. It's a child. And children these days are, especially when it comes online, don't really give a shit about much. But in truth, This child was actually very polite at first until Phil basically showed his ass, so to speak, and had to approach him. But even then, the child was still, for the most part, generally helpful. It was just a kid. It's 11 years old. You can let shit like that slide. Jesus Christ. I've seen Girl Scouts fight over territory. Girl Scouts over cookies. And cookies were delicious too. But goddamn, I've seen Girl Scouts fight over territory. Jit. It was like blood and Crip type shit, man. Wildin'. Just saying. So that right there was a small situation where Phil made a total ass out of himself. And we had a nice chuckle over it. I didn't actually do a video about it yet, but you know me, I will eventually. I gotta stick to my slogan. But something happened, ladies and gentlemen. A sleeping giant, a biblical troll, a biblical monster has been awakened by this. Yes, Elpresador, aka Quantum Bishop, aka the master of all rage when it comes to Call of Duty. Let me give you guys just a little bit of backstory on Elpresador. Elpresador is someone who walked into Call of Duty in a different type of way than everybody else did, essentially. Everybody else was going in for crazy ass high gameplay. People were trying to do impressive stuff, clickbaiting, a lot of that stuff back in the early days, the Wild West days when, you know, we were rather young when all that was going on. Elpresador came in with the general rage aspect. I think he was the first person to have like 10,000 followers on PSN, like legitimately had that many people that was following him on PlayStation. And he ended up getting cool with people like 402 Thunder, Fisticuff, Marka J, Jive Turkey, a lot of those guys. He ended up getting cool with a lot of them dudes and whatnot, but he stood out because one, he is an entertainer. Not to say those guys aren't, but Elpresador is a pure entertainer. Two, no one rages like Elpresador. He has a unique ability to make you feel his rage. He brings you into himself and he makes you feel it, and it's entertaining. Third thing, he's a massive troll. He is a true puppet master through and through. He can take the smallest thing that you do and turn it into something biblical, and he does it quite well. Now, Elpresador has gone up against the greats. He's gone up against some of the best and won. He's gone up against some of the best and brought them down to a level that you would never expect. He's taken on some of the best, and he's done a very good job of it. And he does it just because he can. He does it just for the fun of it and whatnot. And one of the things that makes Elpresador such a problem is, one, he has nothing to hide. He is very, very honest about his situation and what he does. He's very upfront about what he's about to do. The next thing is he's relentless. He is almost ravenous about it. He is very much the combination of a pit bull and a Rottweiler, and he'll go at you 24/7 and he'll keep doing it. He will literally wear you down, and he's very, very good at it. And would you put him, and so when you think of trolls, especially in the Call of Duty community, I put him up there in very high regards for various reasons. But I do it because of just, I've seen him just break people down. I've seen him do it with a smile on his face, not even with any anger or hate in one's heart when he does it. You know what I mean? Even when people try to flaunt their wealth at him, or their success, or all those little things that people used to hold in high regards on YouTube back in those days. Oh, look at my views. Oh, look what I was making in money. Look at all these things that they were valuing. Elpresador didn't care. He really didn't, and whatnot. And his work speaks for himself. But Elpresador apparently made a video. Actually, I'm going to show you all. Kenny, do we got all these? Kevin, do we have all these? We do? It's all going to be on screen? See, we're stepping up here. Slowly but surely, but we're stepping up here at GTG Network and Productions. I'm going to show you 4 videos from Elprez. Actually, is it 3? Kevin, it's 3, right? It's 4? It is 4? It is 4. Okay. I have 4 videos that are actually going to go through how all of this happened. Now, as you guys know, maybe you don't know, one video was flagged down. It's back up now, because Phil's an idiot, but it got flagged down. Phil didn't like what was being said. He didn't like the fact that someone like Elpresador, who Phil equates as one of these has-beens that needs to go ahead and eat off Phil's plate, was sitting there had an opinion about him. Had the nerve to speak about the King of Hate. Oh boy. The game is just lighting up, ladies and gentlemen. With that being said, I have 4 videos for you lined up. One, talking about the YouTube gravy train coming to an end. Was it directed at DSP? No, believe it or not. It was directed at a lot of people in DSP's realm. A lot of these people who are complaining about views. A lot of people who are complaining about, the ads aren't as good. People that are probably going to have to go out there if they didn't save their money, I mean, that might need to go out there and get real jobs. Hey, it was something that needed to be said. Now, the 3 videos to follow that is where we start getting into, is what got under DSP's skin. What put DSP in the position where he had to lash out. If the king is above all else, he is essentially above criticism. But history has taught us that even kings will try to slay servants or the peasants or anybody that they feel that are beneath them, whether they're other royals, whatever the case may be, other lords, anything, if they step out of line. The thing is, DSP's realm, his kingdom, is become smaller, much smaller than it once was. It's more of a province, to say the least. There's not much there. There are detractors who are building bigger kingdoms than his. His subscriber count is kind of irrelevant. It's merely a number. But how many people really come out and support DSP? If you go and look at the numbers of the people who came out to support Elpresador, they were pretty vast. And not only that, we had heavy hitters from the detractor community that went over there. Evil AJ is in that comment section, for example, laughing it up. Shouts out to Evil AJ, as well as others. Now, Elpresador is actually on 2 fronts right now. He's giving advice / cracking on Wings, and he's going after DSP. Now, in truth, Wings is in a predicament right now where Wings of Redemption is in a predicament where he's about to get surgery in Mexico, or now he's going to do it in the United States. Well, I'll report on that if you guys really want to hear what's going on. And then there's DSP and his floundering Twitter channel. It's been a very interesting couple of days. And in the last video that you're going to see, Elpresador really tells DSP what he thinks of him. Because, to be honest with you, and I'm speaking to DSP particularly right now, you should have just kept this online. If you have your little things to say on Twitter, if you have the little things to say in your video, keep it there. Don't sit there and be stupid and turn it into you trying to go at Prez and trying to flag videos down and all this silly shit. Don't do that. Okay? Sorry. I understand that Twitch's terms of service has changed. Actually, and I'd like some verification if any of you guys actually have read what I've read, but is it true that one of the actual criterias in Twitch's terms of service is that if you do anything on Twitter that would be considered offensive or considered out of line, that you can get your channel eliminated that way too? Is that true? Especially if you're a partner channel, because you're considered a representative of Twitch, so they can now hit you for whatever you do off of their platform? Jesus Christ, that's crazy. So, and then if that's the case, right, then who is it that's actually monitoring each one of these partners of Twitch on Twitter? Who's actually partnering them? I mean, who's actually doing surveillance on them to make sure everybody's staying in line? And we all know how Phil is on Twitter. He gets off, no pun intended, especially when the haters come up. So now Phil is in even more trouble. It's bad enough that he has to actually regulate his chat, because anything that he says in his chat, anything that's said in his chat, whether by him or whether by people who are watching him, that is offensive in any way, shape, or form, can be detrimental to him. But now on Twitter too, and possibly anything on YouTube also. Phil has to be very, very careful on how he walks. And here's the problem, Phil. You sat there and you tried to get Elpresador's video taken down. Now, granted, it came right back up, but you had his video taken down. In some ways, you've actually drawn first blood. And the thing is about that, right, is if you had kept it just little quiffs back and forth with Prez, he would have respected you for that. But see, now you're talking about trying to censor him. You've overstepped your boundaries, Phil, and now Prez is going to end up having to come after you. And the thing is about Prez, this is why they call him the puppet master, is he likes to wait, and he picks his shots. He's very, very particular on how he hits people, where he hits them, and why he hits them. Phil, I think you've sat there and put yourself into a fight that you didn't want. I think you must have thought this was Machinima days where you could go around and flag channels and you could flag videos down and you could get away with it because Machinima was going to be there to have your back. But that's not what the case is anymore. It certainly isn't. So now you're in a really, really bad situation. Well, you could be. It depends on how Prez decides to go off on you. As it pertains to the 11-year-old, Phil, you're an idiot. You're an absolute moron. It's a kid. It's a child. And the thing is, right, is not only are you an idiot for threatening to what you would do to a child, to a female at that. It'd have been different if it, well, not that it would have been different, if he was just a typical dude, like young dude on there, and you said that shit, I would have laughed at you and still called you a moron. He's just a kid. But you said that to a little girl. That's someone's child, Phil. And so what would have happened if their father heard you say that? If I was that kid's father, I'd have beat the bricks off you. Maybe. I'd definitely get you taken off Twitch for talking to my daughter like that. I definitely would have done that. But, whatever. Now, here's the other reason why you're kind of pathetic, Phil. You sat there and had the nerve to question this child on what they have on their PC. What is wrong with you? Are you that bitter from your childhood? Can you not get over the fact that your parents didn't get you certain stuff? Can you not let shit go? What's done is done. Let that shit go, for Christ's sake. Okay? Mommy and daddy didn't get you that figurine. Buck up. Okay? You're a grown man now. You spent your money on plenty of figurines that don't mean a damn now. You've sat there and spent your money. Rather, you flaunted your money, I should say, rather liberally, and you got away with it. And now you're in trouble. Now you can't even pay for your house. You can't even pay your taxes. You're about to lose your house, allegedly. And you're about to get yourself in even worse of a situation with your taxes. And if what I'm hearing is true, you try to refinance your house. But how can you do that when you already have a house in Connecticut that you're paying a loan on? And you didn't, and actually I think you still owe money on this one too. So why would you even try to take money out of the house in Seattle when you're still paying money on it? And you're upside down on the house in Connecticut, on the condo in Connecticut, are you not? You might not be, but I know you owe money on it. So if you were looking at the equity in your home as a way of getting you out, no, not at all. Not without you putting paying off a big chunk of debt that you hold. And people just think about the house in Seattle and your condo in Connecticut. They must forget about all the credit card debt that you owe. And on top of that, the alleged business loans that you owe too. I think you have at least 2 of those. So you owe a gang of money all over the place. So yeah, no bank would be dumb enough to loan you money. You're a money pit. To be perfectly honest with you, if I was anybody at that bank, I'm sitting there waiting for you to flip-flop so I can take that house. That's what I mean, I know that sounds extremely ruthless, but that's how banks work. So Phil is an idiot to think that anybody would loan him money right now. At least of any financial institution. That'd be stupid. He's a risk beyond his own comprehension. No. How would he be able to pay it back? let's go ahead and think about this for just a second, ladies and gentlemen, before I go ahead and put you into the main event. So you can essentially see the promos that led up to the situation that we're at currently. Why would a bank loan somebody money who is barely making his payments? Keep in mind, he has 2 mortgage payments. He has credit card payments. He probably has business loan payments. Plus he owes money on taxes. And then he thought he was going to be able to refinance his home so he could pay some of that stuff off. But he doesn't have any real collateral. And more importantly, he owes more than he would probably ever be able to get out of the house. So he would be losing either way. That's why him trying to sell that condo was probably the most important thing. Even if he sells it at a loss, you know what I mean? At least it's something to pay down the rest of the debt. Now keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not a financial expert. I'm just smart enough to live within my means. You know what I mean? If I want something, I save for it, just like everybody else does. But in Phil's world, as the king of hate, it doesn't work that way. That's what you got subjects for. Now, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, when you guys come to this network, when you guys show up with your cup of coffee or with your beer or whatever it is that you are eating or drinking when you sit down and you're listening to your daily news broadcast, that's all I would really expect out of you. Take a seat, you know what I'm saying, with either by yourself or with whoever that you're with, get comfortable, and just listen to the broadcast, and hopefully you enjoy it and it's entertaining to you. But to the king of hate, the king of gout, he feels that you owe him something. And that's where El-Prez comes into play. You don't owe him anything, or El-Prez has said that you don't owe Phil anything. You don't owe DSP anything. He owes you. You supported him for all these years. You've helped him make a gang of money. And he made the mistakes that put him in the position that he's in now. So why do you feel, as a fan of DSP's, that you have to pay for his mistakes? You didn't put him there. So why do you need to pull him out? Now keep in mind, I understand human decency. I understand empathy and being sympathetic to someone's situation. But how long are you going to keep enabling him to do what he's doing? And what are you willing to give up as a fan of DSP's to let that happen? To continue to let this happen? Because as he was when he was 15 years old, if he doesn't get what he wants, he's just going to harp about it. And the longer you guys help Phil with this financial situation, the more problems, the more situations, the more mistakes, the more irresponsible he can be moving forward. And guess what? You'll be the one to pull him out. Because why not? You guys did it before. Food for thought. Ladies and gentlemen, this is DSP News. Always late, never breaking. Unreliable coverage that you can't count on. A GTG Network and Productions. Ladies and gentlemen, I won't have any closing remarks because I'm just not going to follow up on El-Prez. I'm just going to let him basically have his moment. There are 4 videos. It's about 12 minutes or so in length, give or take altogether. Maybe 15 minutes. It's El-Prez. It's entertaining. And just hear what he has to say and see what comes next. Ladies and gentlemen, I was your host, GTG/Anchor. Thank you very much for hearing me out. And I hope you enjoy what is our feature presentation. And this is me signing out. This is the end of my broadcast. But stay tuned for Prez. Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Oh, you know what? I actually have some tweets too. So we have some tweets for you. So let me go ahead and pick something appropriate. You guys can listen to that while you're reading some of these tweets. And then you can get into what comes after that. This is GTG signing off.
Musicality.
How's it going, guys? Quick edit because we messed up a little bit here. There are actually 3 more videos that we wanted to show you. One in particular was the one that we were talking about that we thought was taken down temporarily, but apparently, I guess Prez has it back up, but I guess he has it private or is currently unavailable, whatever the case may be. It's called Puppet DSP Dances All Weekend. We thought we actually had that downloaded and saved, and we do not. So I'm sorry that you guys do not. I don't have that one. And that's the video in question that Phil actually had taken down, and it's a shame because we've seen it. And it's gold, but I can also see why Phil would have been a little bitch about it and took it down. I'm sorry that we don't have that to show you. It came out March 5th. If anybody does have it downloaded, please let me know. But I actually thought that we had that, and Kevin says we do not. So yeah, that sucks. Sorry about that, guys. But we do have the other ones. There's actually one more video in question too, that is actually gone also, or it's unavailable, or if he has it privated. So I'm not sure if Elpresador will put that back up, but the one where he's dancing all weekend like a puppet, I wanted that video in this one so you guys could see it because that shit's godlike. But I'm sorry, it's still taken down, or it's at least unavailable at the moment. So unless Prez decides to put it back up, it is what it is with that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, just wanted to give you guys a quick public service announcement on that. So I'm sorry about that, guys. All right, on with the video.
Guess what? You didn't do nothing. To the YouTubers out there who are frantically going nuts on the internet right now, let me make a suggestion. Go get some applications, resumes. I don't know what you're going to put in your resume. Well, I sat in front of a camera, fed my fat face for like 5 years, just vlogging to 10-year-olds. I mean, I don't know what kind of resume that's going to lead to. Can you imagine a YouTuber's resume? Well, hey, I made videos in my house. I gave life advice to 9 and 10-year-olds. Oh, that's a good resume. Yeah, basically you're fucked. You better hope you made a ton of money on YouTube, you fucking losers. Because you know what? Your resume is going to be shit. Hey, I played Call of Duty for like the last 5 years, and, you know, I was good at it. T. Martin's classic. Now, listen, I ain't got nothing against T. Martin. I don't even... But if he didn't do YouTube, he'd be working at Dick's Sporting Goods. Perfect example. But, hey, I give T. Martin credit. He knew how to work the system, and he kept it going. I ain't got no hate for... Hey, I ain't got no hate on T. Martin. That's one of the few YouTubers I don't hate, because you know what? He ain't, the motherfucker, to me, he just, I don't know, I don't hate him. But all these other motherfuckers, I find it funny. They don't know what to do. Take the Patreon off your fucking channel. Go get a fucking job, you fucking losers. It's YouTube. I mean, you were afforded the luxury of making an inordinate amount of money by doing nothing. You can't tell me making a video, especially if you're just vlogging. This ain't work, motherfucker. Making a video, holding the camera, holding the phone ain't work. It's not fucking work. Most of you motherfuckers out there made more money than fucking heart surgeons and shit. Talking about all this and that. Then you got these Logan Paul characters out there making a gang of money, and they're just ruining goddamn the next generation of children coming up. YouTube, this generation with YouTube is fucking gonna ruin the world. It's gonna ruin the fucking world, I'm telling you. My generation, see, when I grew up, we didn't have none of this internet. We didn't have none of this shit. And I'll be honest with you, I couldn't live without my phone right now. I need to be able to, I love the internet. I love to be able to look things up. But man, I'm going to tell you something. When I grew up, we didn't have no phones, man. We had a fucking pager. We had a fucking pager. I got to go to the payphone. It was retarded. Y'all motherfuckers got the easiest fucking, this is the easiest generation to ever grow up in. Y'all couldn't grow up in our... You couldn't grow up in our generation. And these YouTubers are the softest motherfucking humans ever. I mean, they're soft as fuck. They're the softest. If YouTube never existed, there'd be half of these motherfuckers would have committed suicide. The other half would have been on heroin, whatever. I mean, where would they work at? I mean, where the fuck would these people work? What would the slob do? Where would his job come from? I mean, he'd be on obviously disability because he's a fucking 600-pound slob. I mean, what the fuck? So, you motherfuckers are just, they had it easy. And you gotta think of something, right? There's families out there, mom and dad's working jobs, and they're just trying to support their family. They're poor, and you motherfuckers are making a gang of money. And we got to get a patron. YouTube's going downhill. You're single. You don't even have no bills to pay, whatever. You got all this money. Get the fuck out of here, motherfucker. So, yeah, I'm glad YouTube's, I'm glad. I love it. I love it. Fuck YouTube. It's fucking retarded. I don't know if we're dealing with some high-level fucking genius here. They said they were caps. Cops? 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 I hate that guy in that movie. Cops? Cops? Dino the Dago. Anyway, YouTube is crumbling. And the nerds are fucking going nuts. Instead of worrying about a Patreon, donate. Oh, please donate to me. I'm a grown man, but please donate to me. And you people donate. Listen, there are people out there you might want to donate to. Like, honestly, I'll be on the first one to tell you. If people want to donate to me, I'm a good motherfucker, right? I am. I'm not one of these scumbags out there. But you people are donating to motherfuckers. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't. They don't. Man, it's fucked up. I mean, when I was making good money on YouTube years ago, I felt guilty about it. I was thinking, I'm making a lot of money to play Call of Duty when there are motherfuckers out there working with families that don't make shit. I felt guilty about it, but I'm not going to lie. I didn't want to give it back. So anyway, YouTubers, it's about time to wake the fuck up. Y'all had the easiest life you could. You're lucky. Now, if you can't get by now, you should have had a nice nest egg saved. Half you motherfuckers do. The other half probably ate it. Oh, hey, Wing, seriously. I'm being dead serious about this. Fuck that surgery in Mexico. I'm dead serious. Fuck that surgery in Mexico, man. That's the stupidest thing. On the real, you may not come out of Mexico. I would never have surgery done in Mexico, man. Never. That is like a fucking death wish. Never. Fuck no. Give it one last ditch effort to do it like a man, whatever. Fuck that surgery, man. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to have it, do it in America. I understand it's cheap over there, whatever, but man, I would never have no... There's a reason it's cheap. It's probably a motherfucker like me doing the surgery. It's probably just some guy's like, well, I think I could do this. Probably trying to be I could probably do this. He probably know what the fuck he's doing. Anyway... It's about 11 o'clock on a Wednesday, whatever, it's pouring out rain. Yeah. And why would anyone, I mean, listen, what is YouTube Red? Are they making people pay? Why would anyone, listen, hey, why would anyone pay for a prescription? I would never pay any money to watch a motherfucker on YouTube. Never. Never. It's pointless. Why would I want to subscribe to someone's channel on YouTube and pay them money? It's retarded. What's up, buddy? Hey, should I make what am I doing here, huh? Look at this beast. What are you doing? You're a beast. Cat's a beast. You are a beast. You're a good boy. But it's raining out. You want to go outside, bro. No, he wants to go outside. Anyway, I gotta go. Hey, what's his name? DSP, Darksydephil, whatever. Hey, on Twitch, this dude is losing subs left and right. I mean, listen, this dude will put you to sleep. Hey, if you had a firing squad ready to execute you, or you had to watch DSP, you'd rather be put to sleep. This dude is fucking horrible. He's losing subs so fast right now. I don't even know why he still does this. It's like, It's embarrassing. He says, well, this is the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen. DSP's fucking entertaining skills are they're terrible. This guy realizes he's not an entertainer. He's a video game player. He's not an entertainer. DSP, you're losing everything. Twitch, it's like, I don't even know how Twitch allows you to stream because you're losing all your subs. They're just gone. They're losing everything. Hey, they're going to the dark side, Phil. They're going to the dark side. They're leaving you. So yeah, DSP, you're not an entertainer. You're not. You might as well just give this up. And for anyone out there that even thinks of donating to this clown, you gotta be kidding me. He plays video games. He's a grown adult. Make him donate to you. Make him support you guys. Listen, if there was no, he shouldn't be allowed to get donations anyway. He's a grown adult. Why? So don't donate to him. Seriously, there's no doubt. He's a grown adult. Make him get a job. Because his streaming thing's terrible. DSP, your streams are terrible. Oh my God. They were never any good. But anyway. Twitch, how do you allow a guy to talk to children like this on your website? Listen to this. Listen to this.
Well, if you look around, you would have been able to know. It literally says waiting room on top of it.
Wow. You're quite rude.
Wow. I'm 11.
11 years old.
You're 11?
Yes?
And your parents bought you a gaming PC? What's wrong with this picture?
Probably because I'm part wolf. You click on it, just so you know.
Click on it. Ah. Good. Now I'm away from that annoying fucking bitch of a kid who I would have slapped in real fucking life if they talked to me like that. I would have fucking pimp slapped that shit out of that.
So, Twitch, let me get this straight. You allow a man to speak to a child about a child like that on your website. You allow that. This is an embarrassment, and I believe you should investigate it. If I'm not mistaken, that should be banned for speaking about a child like that. That's uncalled for, Twitch. I need something done. I want something done. I would not allow my children to ever watch Twitch again. And if you agree with me, this is embarrassment. This is embarrassing. Guess what? You didn't do nothing. Oh, DSP, I'm making mine. I'm making mine, DSP. Poor little baby. I'm making mine. Hey, 2 fucking short videos, and I had you rattled all weekend, you fucking freak. Middle-aged fucking man-child playing video games, begging for money to pay his taxes like a little child. Can you help me pay my taxes? Please, guys, I need a fundraiser. I can't get a job. I don't want to work. I need to pay my taxes. I want to play little children's games all my life. I want to play little children's games. You fucking freak. You know what you are to normal people like me? You're a freak. You are a fucking freak. Middle-aged, yeah, you're crying about your taxes. Hey, when you have your own job, when you have your own fucking company, you know what you gotta do with your taxes. You should have saved money every month for them. So quit crying like a bitch about your fucking tax problem. That's on you. I don't know why anyone would fucking donate to you. Your fucking material is straight garbage. Your videos suck. Your content sucks. It's garbage. Oh, and by the way, my videos get more views than you, and I don't even fucking do YouTube anymore. I just fucking troll people, you fucking moron. I mean, it takes you about, 3 or 4 days uploads to get as many views as I will on one video. And I don't even give a fuck about YouTube. I don't get paid to do this, you fucking clown. All I know, I had you rattled all weekend. That was what I intended to do. I told you I was going to make you dance, and I did. So, and the thought of fucking Twitch taking away your partnership, you got so nervous it was driving you up a fucking wall. And guess what? We're not done yet. Because you know what? I believe Twitch needs to address you. You should not be allowed to go out there and act like you do on Twitch. I want Twitch to fucking address this situation. And that makes you fucking nervous as hell. If you think if you're so worried about Twitch fucking slapping a fucking ban on you. So anyway, Nerd SP, DSP, whatever, you're my property now. I own your fucking mind. I own property in that fucking domicile. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. You're my puppet. Keep begging for money. Hey, instead of people leave a legacy, you leave a begacy. Seriously, keep begging for money from fucking people, strangers online. Go get a fucking real job. Go get a job and pay your own fucking bills, you fucking baby. Let it cry. I don't need YouTube. I just do this shit for the fun of it, you fucking moron. Anyway, hey, I noticed one thing about this guy too. Your videos that people put up against you get like 20 times as amount of views as your own videos. Why is that? No one even watches your videos. They're fucking terrible. I mean, you're a fucking grown man playing children's games. What the fuck? Who the fuck wants to watch that besides children? You will dance. Let me get this straight. Someone makes a video clowning you and your initial response was to flag it down? Why not make a video? Your initial response was to flag it down? That's all I need to know about you. And why stop there? I mean, are we into flagging now? I mean, we can flag too. I mean, flag channels. Hey, by the way, I don't need my channel. You understand? I don't even do YouTube no more. I just put these videos up for the fun of it. But you need your channel. And by the way, you put up like 90 videos a day and you get like fucking 30 views a video. I get one video makes more views than all your videos put together. You are a YouTube failure. You understand that? And hey, playing Zelda, did you ever come across a boss in Zelda like me? No. You never did. You never did. They don't have bosses in Zelda like me. So, you are a YouTube failure. And not only are you a YouTube failure, you're a failure at life. You know how you are a failure at life? You failed the game of life because you have to come out here and beg complete strangers to donate to you so you can pay your taxes. Is that in a crock of shit? Oh, please donate to me so I can live in this house. Please donate to me so I can keep my house. Please, help me. I want to play my children's games. I don't want a job. Come on, son. You failed at life. So, talking about being relevant, you're about as relevant they come. So yes, you've never faced a boss of my stature, especially not in Zelda. And yes, you're a failure on YouTube, you're a failure at life, and your initial response was to flag a video. Oh, hold on. Hello? Oh, Twitch. Yeah, I want to file a complaint. Let the games begin. I told you I'd make it dance. Didn't take much. Guess what? You didn't do nothing.